The holidays are approaching, whether you're ready or not, but one of the ways that maybe I can help you become a little bit more prepared, or at least an idea, if there happens to be a gathering, a party, an event of which you need to bring something. Oh my goodness, that has happened to all of us where, what are we gonna bring? We do a last minute dash to the store to find something. I'm Amanda, this is the Happy Homestead. Welcome to Dipcember. I am gonna show you today how to make a very fast but very delicious pimento cheese dip. But first, I want to thank the Inquisitive Farm Wife for hosting Dipcember. This is the third annual showdown where basically there is our participating YouTube channel for every day. I think it's every weekday of the month of December. We get to show you all different kinds of dips that you can put together. I will link the playlist down below so that you can take a look and keep up with all of the different dips and the different recipes and ideas. And also, you're going to want to like and comment. Now make a unique comment, make a real heartfelt comment, because the Inquisitive Farm Wife is going to be doing a drawing, a raffle of a giveaway on Wednesday, January 1st at 6 p.m. Central Time. And she's going to be using, all of the comments, right? The unique comments on all of the channel's videos for Dipcember. So you're gonna wanna make sure you make a comment and follow the playlist to follow along with everybody else. You might be wondering what pimento cheese is. Well, it's cheese with some pimentos. It's a little bit more involved than that, but it's still so simple and it is delicious. Now, I live in the North Carolina, I was gonna say the North Carolina area. No, I live in North Carolina, but I live in the Raleigh area, so kind of central area of North Carolina. I've been down here for 24 years, quite a long time, but I'm a northerner by birth. Born in Maine, grew up in Pennsylvania. When I moved down here 24 years ago, I don't remember the exact moment that I was introduced to pimento cheese, but I do remember thinking like, oh my word, what have I been missing? Because it's so good. And truth be told, guys, this is the first time I'm making it. So I'm making it with you. But I've done some research, looked at a lot of recipes, and kind of honed in on a couple of recipes that I'm merging together, and I'm not linking it, but I'm going to be writing the recipe down below. So a lot of the recipes you'll find are going to be calling for extra sharp cheddar cheese and then sharp cheddar cheese. So I got a combination, 8 ounces of each. And then you also are going to need cream cheese. This is 8 ounces of cream cheese. I did soften it, so it's been sitting out. It's nice and soft, so it can easily be mixed in. You're also going to need about 4 ounces of pimentos, chopped pimentos. This is a 7.7 ounce jar, and they're not chopped, so I'm gonna have to open that up and chop them up. And mayonnaise. Now, any true respectable Southerner will go with Duke's, or so I hear. That's what I've heard my whole life, or at least for 24 years. But I make my own mayonnaise now. I'm gonna link this recipe down below, but this is the fermented mayonnaise from the Homesteading Family. I made this just a couple of days ago. It's basically olive oil, a farm fresh egg, some Dijon mustard, a little lemon juice, some herbs, some salt, and then I use an immersion blender to put it together. Oh, and some liquid from any ferment that you have going in the fridge. I used some of the fermented liquid from fermented pickles, and then I let it sit on the counter for about 8 to 10 hours, and then I put it in the fridge, and it's really, really delicious. So that's the mayonnaise I'll be using. So I've also read the key and the trick to really good pimento cheese is to freshly grate the cheese. Do not go buy the bagged shredded cheese, the pre-shredded cheese. I get it. That's a huge time saver, I understand. But I'm going to be using my food processor today, and I'm going to be using the shredding disc. This hopefully will save you time, headache, and it will just, again, leave you with a really good, delicious product. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of open up my cheese. Now, if you have ever used the shredding disc on your food processor, you'll know that depending upon the size of the item you're shredding and how you put it in will determine, do you have longer shreds or shorter shreds? For this dip, I kind of want shorter shreds. I don't want to dip a pretzel or a chip into the dip and have like, you know, an 1 or 2 inch long shred of cheese popping off of it. I just don't think that's gonna be that great. Marley, you cannot have pimento cheese. I know you love cheese. The dog knows everything in this kitchen when I open a package. So I'm just gonna cut the cheese a little bit just to help the shredding process be a little bit more even in the end result. Is this necessary? Probably not. But again, I'm going for something that is gonna have a really amazing taste, texture, and appearance. Okay, so my food processor's plugged in. I'm just gonna start putting the cheese in. Seconds. That's all it takes. So easy. So we're gonna put our shredded cheese right here in our bowl. And I'm gonna start chopping the pimentos. So I'm gonna do probably about half of this jar. Now they're almost like a roasted red pepper. Now you'll see chopped pimentos in the store. It's just a certain type of pepper. But honestly, if all you have are roasted red peppers, that would work too. Okay, before I put those in, I'm just gonna start mixing in some of my cream cheese. I am gonna start with about 4 to 6 ounces. Now again, a lot of the recipes say 8, 8, and 8. 8 sharp, 8 extra sharp, 8 cream cheese. But I would really like to kind of start with 6 and go from there. So when you buy pimento cheese in the store, you can find some, you know, depending upon the brand and where you're buying it, that is a little bit more runny, liquidy, and then some that's just a little bit more stiff. I'm trying to get right smack in the middle of that texture-wise. So if I need more cream cheese, I'll add it. And we need about a half cup of mayonnaise. So I'm gonna eyeball that. Oops. Maybe a little bit more than a half cup. Potato, patata. In go the pimentos. I actually think they'll be able to add a little bit more liquid too. Oh my gosh, guys, it smells like pimento cheese. It smells like you open a container of pimento cheese. Before I start mixing anymore, I'm gonna start adding some seasonings. I've got Redmond real salt, freshly ground pepper. I love these onion granules. I talk about these all the time. I buy them from Azure Standard. You could do onion powder. I'm gonna do the onion granules, garlic powder, and then smoked paprika. You could also add some fresh chives if you have any of them on hand. I actually think that would be not only delicious, but add some really good color, especially, you know, with the red and the green, kind of like a Christmassy color. There also are some recipes that add, this is the smoked paprika, that add just a little bit of cayenne pepper. If that is up your alley, then you can do that as well. I am not adding that today because not everyone likes the heat. Okay, I think I'm gonna add just a tad more mayo. All right, I think that is pretty good. So this is now the real test. Gotta taste it. So my daughter and I made some sourdough discard crackers this morning. I'm gonna try that. Bottoms up. Is that what you say when you eat? Probably not. That's really good. I'd recommend that you put it in a container and maybe let it sit in the refrigerator for overnight, up to a couple of days, and then take it out. And you want to probably serve it a little bit between refrigerator temp and room temp. That way, over the period of where you're letting it sit, the flavors are coming together a little bit better, and it won't be warm, it won't be really cold. It's like, just like the Goldilocks Three Bears, perfect just in the middle. Thank you for joining me on our pimento cheese for Dipcember. Again, thank you to the Inquisitive Farm Wife for hosting. Don't forget to check out all of the other channels on the playlist, make your unique comment, and get entered for that raffle. If you're not already subscribed to The Happy Homestead, this channel, I would love if you did and stayed a while and get caught up on everything that we've done and stay in touch so that everything we're gonna do. I am gonna go eat some pimento cheese. Stay healthy, stay well, bye-bye.